Hi, and welcome to episode 2 of Do One Thing Social. Okay, just checking to see if I'm live. I'm working with a couple of computers at the time. Okay, so this week we are going to be talking about branding your social covers. We're going to be talking about Facebook, but anything that you learn here today is easily transferable to the other social networks. So what is Do One Thing Social? It is your guarantee that we are going to execute on at least one branding or marketing strategy a week. And execution is everything. So I'm your host, Lisa McKenzie. I am the founder of Do One Thing Social, the founder of McKenzie Moxie Media, where I consult and speak, and the founder of Blissonomics, where through courses and masterminds, we help you discover, define, and monetize your purpose. So covers. Covers are the top, the banner, the headline, or not the headline, but the header, the image that you have at the top of your profiles, your pages, and your groups. And I want you to think of those covers, is the language that Facebook uses. I want you to think of those covers as the first introduction to your brand. And whether that's on your profile, your page, or your group, it is still an introduction to your brand because you are using social media as a business tool. So think about it as walking into your living room or the essence of your office or your home office. You want people to feel your brand immediately, and it starts with your cover. Now, I'm going to go through your Facebook profile because if you're using Facebook as a business tool, you should be conscious of that and mindful to the fact that when people come to your profile, they're interested in what you do, and your banner is going to give them some kind of indication, as well as we covered in another episode of Do One Thing Social, your bios. So you want to make sure that that's all congruent, and also keep in mind that it should somehow be congruent to your other social profiles, but also to your website. So when they get that combined feeling of who you are, it just makes sense. So we're going to start today with your profiles. And I'm going to take a look at here. This is my profile. And if we look at the top of my profile, I fell in love with this quote because I thought it was, a perfect representation of me. If you know me, you know that I laugh a lot, I smile a lot, and I thought this quote, it's a hell of a start, being able to recognize what makes you happy, from Lucille Ball. And with that big smile, although that's not my picture, it's stock photography that I found, I thought that was a good introduction to me as a person through my profile. Now, if we go to the Blissonomics group, this has the same this has the same banner as the page does, but right here, underneath here, it says Members Hub. Now, before I forget, I want to let you know that it's important as you're testing these different covers that you're going to use for your profile page and group, that you also verify at the same time that you verify through your mobile device, because you will have, depending on the size of the screen of your phone, of your iPad, you want to make sure that the important information is showing up first. So if your phone cuts off, and not only on your phone, but you want to consider other people's phones and other devices that they're going to be using. So you want to make sure that if your message is centered, that on every one of those devices, you're able to see it. And also keep in mind that you will have writing over it. So I should probably move this Members Hub, although it shows up perfectly on our mobile devices, it doesn't look so great here. So I could consider moving this higher, maybe up here. It would make most sense. And then, of course, checking to see that it translates well on our devices. Now, the last stat I read was something like 75% of people view or use social media through their phones. So you can understand, or mobile devices, which includes tablets, so you can understand why it's really important to be checking your covers on your mobile devices as well. Now, I want to go back to the profile because something that I forgot to mention. Not only are we concerned about the branding and making sure that's right? But depending on the different covers, you will have options to upload a picture, to upload a slide deck, to upload a video, and to upload a, here it's on the cover. So if I click on cover, to upload a collage, which is new, I just saw this for the first time. So a collage, and I'll demonstrate that. So if I click on create a collage, it brings me to my images. And then as I start adding images, it starts building this collage. And I think that it's a maximum of 6. Yeah, because when I try clicking on more pictures, it doesn't allow. So you can create a collage of your top 6 pictures. So in your personal profile, you have the option of uploading a photo, creating a collage, and that's about it for now. Now, we do, I'm in Canada, so we don't get the, I shouldn't say we don't get all the options that our friends to the south get, because sometimes Facebook is testing things in remote places like Ireland or, Brazil. So you might have a friend and you might have a friend just down the street because they decided to test it with this demographic that might have options that you don't. Sometimes they're testing that option and it won't come back. And sometimes they're testing that option and they'll roll it out, across the world or across different countries as they make sure that they've perfected and that there are no bugs, and then they'll go ahead and roll it out completely. So that's your personal profile. Now, if we go to groups, you'll see that in the cover options, we have photos, upload photo, reposition photo, remove photo. So here we have only photos as well. If we go to, and this is the Facebook page, business page for Blissonomics, you'll see that, wow, okay, so first let me start with what we already have. So I've uploaded, and you can see by these little dots right down here, I've uploaded a slide deck. Now, this is fun for me. Do people who come to this page, are they able to see it? I don't know, but it's something to play with nevertheless. So because it is a slide deck, because I've uploaded several pictures, you can flip through them to see the different images that I've chosen to represent this brand. So this is one option that you can use for your cover. And as you can see, it has a little camera and the video camera. And up until a couple of months ago, I could only upload a picture or upload a slide deck or a slideshow. So now I can upload a photo, I can upload videos, I can choose from a video that I have on my page. I can also upload several pictures to create a slideshow. So on this particular page, I have many of these options. So yesterday I was playing around and thinking about, okay, well, I have a Blissonomics video in the works. I need to create one for Lisa McKenzie. And what I did is I went into Canva. I'm going to do a Do One Thing social on Canva soon enough, but I'm just going to introduce it to you very quickly. So Canva is my favorite picture app of choice. I find that it's very well laid out. It's very intuitive. There is a free version and a paid version. I used the free version for a very long time. But in terms of sizes of pictures, it just makes it super, super easy. Whether you want to create a social media post, and this is a post that's easily used on Facebook or on Instagram, a Twitter post, as you can see, they're, different sizes. You might already know this, but for somebody who's watching it, this video, and who's not familiar or is only on Facebook, absolutely, the Twitter post size is very different from the Instagram size. And even, as you can see, Instagram is 800 by 800. Twitter is 1024 by 512 pixels. And Facebook is 940 by 788 pixels. And that's more like a rectangle as opposed to a square. And then we have Pinterest and then, many other things. If we go straight down here to social media posts, we have the different sizes for the social media posts, for an app, for Tumblr, and for Instagram as well. And then, I mean, there's so many, you can do an ebook cover, you can do a CD cover, you can, some of my favorites, you can do a proposal. It's fantastic. So, and most of these features you get with the free version. Like I said, I'm going to do a do one thing social on this in the coming weeks. But in the meantime, I just want to give you a quick introduction. I'm also in the comments, I'm going to put this cheat sheet that I found. If you're not using Canva, and if you're a show off and you use Photoshop, Photoshop makes me want to cry. I can't use Photoshop. Bless Canva and other apps like this. So what I want to show you quickly is in Canva, you can download a picture. You can also create a PDF and you can create a GIF. So when I created a GIF, and a GIF is simply many images layered on top to make it look like a video. When I uploaded the GIF yesterday, I got an error. And the error was because my GIF slash video was, I think, probably 10 seconds long. So the rules with Facebook on video is that it has to be between 20 and 90 seconds long, and it should be at least 820 by 312 pixels, or the recommended size is 820 by 462, which also, caused me to run into a challenge. And the challenge was, where do I, get an app that will allow me to create not these 16 by 9 videos, or not these square videos or rectangular videos that our mobile devices allow us to do, but, specifically 820 by 462. So I'm testing the Wave video app because, like Canva, Wave will allow you to create one video, but have it delivered to you, or being able to download it in many different sizes, in square, in rectangle, and in these specific measurements. So I'm testing that. I will let you know more about that. And like I said, I found this cheat sheet that indicated the exact sizes for all the social profiles. Again, if you're using a different app that does not have the exact templates and you need the sizes, so I'll put that in comments. And let me see, was there anything else that I wanted to show you with this Do One Thing Social? So this is about doing one thing. And sometimes when I am proposing to do this one thing, I find myself wanting to teach this and this, and that's, this is Do One Thing Social. At the end of the week, I want you at least to consider changing your profile covers, your page cover, and give it some thought. And, if you learned anything from this Do One Thing Social, is that when you're creating these graphics, to be super, super mindful to those 75% of the people who use social through their mobile devices, because it might look fantastic from your desktop, but if people aren't seeing it properly and are not able to engage in your brand in the way that you want them to through their mobile devices, then that just means you have to start over again. So get it right the first time so you don't have to keep, going back to your app to keep resizing it. And again, Canva, and I'm not paid by Canva. I pay for my account on Canva, so they're not a sponsor. But I really love that app. Remember that education is essential, but execution is everything. If you're just watching these videos and you're not acting on them, then you're really not getting any closer to your strategic goals. So with that, I am going to say goodbye, and I will see you in the next Do One Thing Social. And now I just have to find my way back. Oh, and there we are. And this one was 14 minutes. Oh, I'm so trying to keep them under 10 minutes. Take it easy, guys. I will see you soon.